Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
Boom. What up, y'all? Y'all know what it is. Welcome back to another episode of Unapologetic Podcast. It's your two favorite North Carolinians, two favorite Aries, whatever you want to call us. We are that, as long as it's positive, but we back. Trey, Reg, thank y'all for tuning in. Let me give us some fucking claps. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. How you feeling, my guy?
Man, I'm good, bro. Had some snow yesterday, so today I was inside. No work today, so I just kind of took the opportunity to rest, man.
Okay.
Luckily, with the type of snow that it was, and then rain coming soon after, there wasn't a lot of work outside to do. So I'm happy about that. Man, other than that, man, I am cool and I'm in a good space. In a great space, actually. Just moving and grooving, man. You know how I give it up.
Okay. That's good. I'm nothing significant here. I mean, well, y'all got the snow and the rain and shit. I think we got the rain yesterday and today. Okay. Temperatures dropped, but y'all had the cold front. I think y'all supposed to be having a snowstorm coming up.
That was
another one.
Yeah, probably next week. I think it's supposed to snow again. Yeah. I believe, because
I saw something, but yeah, it's definitely supposed to get the temperature. The temperature dropped here, but it didn't get too cold. I mean, last week was crazy. We had 2 days where we was at least 80 degrees.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, and then then it dropped back down to the 70s, and there it was cool. And then just happened to wake up like Monday morning, and it was like 40 something, which was like like damn, like you know how you adjust your thermostat and shit, and then next thing you know, the shit ain't so. I'm glad I got the smart shit to where it just. If it goes under a certain temperature, heat comes on. If it goes over a certain temperature, air come on. But it was cold as fuck in here. I had turned this shit down. But outside of that, man, life is good, man. No complaints. Got some grays trying to peek through on the chin. I'm like, oh, okay, but
me too.
Gotta embrace them. I mean,
me too, bro.
I'm
with it though.
Yeah. It's time anyway, man. Fuck trying to be young and look young, dog. Just what I'm saying. I heard this interesting conversation on this show the other day. They was talking about the OGs, and they was basically saying like the OGs today, not like the OGs back then. The OGs back then, of course, was a little older, but the OGs today don't realize that they're the OGs and really don't want to be the OGs because they still trying to be young and do the same shit that these young boys is doing, which made some sense to an extent. But
you know what, man, for me, since I leave my 30s I leave my 30s in about what's the 12?
Shit, about 45 days, right? About 45 days, give or take, about 6 weeks,
60 days. No, my birthday on the 12th.
Yeah, you 2 weeks behind me.
Yeah. So as I leave my 30s and into my 40s, right at the end of the day, I mean I don't mind being an OG or unk or whatever that looks like. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I'm fully ready to embrace, especially just because even with that I've always looked a hell of a lot younger than what I am, and still now to this day, motherfuckers be like, God, like you don't even look like you got a soon to be 26-year-old daughter. I'm like, yeah, nigga, like it surprised me too, but but like the majority of my friends, like Smurf, like 3-4 years younger than me, I think. And Smurf's whole he's almost gray. Yeah, like, when I look, I'm like, so I'm like, I'm. Yeah, he told me today, he's like, welcome to the party. I'm like, I ain't like I've been pushing for it, but it's here now, so gotta embrace it. But man, everything else is lovely. No complaints at all, man. I feel blessed, man. Like I took some time to just think about it today, and like, everything could be a lot worse than what it is, and I just, I have a lot to be thankful for, man. So,
Right.
you know,
Believe
I
that.
yeah, I can't take nothing, granted or advantage, of anything that's happening in my life, man. I just feel like, you know, I've always been blessed, a tight spot. Someone was just telling me today, like you just like I admire, how you go through, certain situations and handle things like it's, and I just feel like that's an older part of me because now it's like almost like no panic for me, when certain things happen. I'm like, okay, I know what I got to do. I know what I need to do. And
Yeah.
it's, showing a certain, I guess, resilience, if you could say, which includes, not panicking and just, realizing that, what's going to happen is going to happen.
Right. That's real. Real spill, bro.
Yeah.
Real spill.
But let's get to the sports, man.
Do it.
Yeah. I got trades up here, but we basically talked about the major trade. The only thing that really happened, I guess, the Jimmy Butler deal was still like being worked out, the cogs and everything when we last recorded. So I mean, Bi went to Toronto.
Yeah, I saw that, man.
I mean, and then he re-upped for 2 years. So congrats to him.
But he also turned down 2 years, 160 from the Pelicans, though.
Yeah.
So I mean, and we already know Bi, man, hell of a ball player.
Right.
Not quite an all-star, but a hell of a ball player.
Right.
The way he was talking, I thought it kind of went like to the point where he almost like the Pelicans wasn't rocking with him. But after seeing what I saw today, like okay,
Yeah, I think it's kind of like one of the two things can be true. I think it came down to a point to where it's kind of like for a long part for the last 2 or 3 years I've felt like I wasn't wanted here.
mm-hmm.
Zion became the focal point, and of course, I mean, he should be rightfully so. But Brandon Ingram has been on the trade block for what, last 2.5 years at least.
Yeah,
It meant
yeah,
the rumor. So I mean, he probably felt like I'm not. I'd rather be somewhere where I'm wanted.
right,
You know, outside of that, the Mark Williams trade got rescinded.
right.
Um, I saw a lot of things about that. I saw the Hornets jumped on that shit quick, talking about the I think, well, they blame the Lakers, which I think that's what it came down to. The Hornets said, they gave them everything, all paperwork, everything on Mark Williams, and the Lakers was in such a big rush to get it in before the trade deadline, and they wanted the big that, the type of big that Luca asked for, that, you know they didn't pay close attention to everything that was, given to them. So
Yeah, it's messy. Don't know who to believe. Uh, it's unfortunate for them. It's unfortunate for the Charlotte Hornets as well that it didn't
yeah,
go through, man. Me being a fan or whatnot, like I really liked what was coming over to Charlotte from LA. So it didn't go through. Right now, you got a bunch of disgruntled players that are like, "I'm not wanted here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to do it."
right.
Just bad juju for all sides.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, Dalton Connect included.
right, that's what I'm saying.
And I
So,
think I think he asked the Lakers for I think a couple days or something just to process everything or some
yeah,
shit like that.
yeah.
But
JJ Reddy wasn't having it though.
yeah,
Suit up,
yeah.
suit up, buddy.
Hey, it's professional.
Yeah,
It happens. Like, hey,
tuck your skirt in, B.
yeah. I saw a report also that I forgot the guy's name. I just deleted it earlier, but he reported that and he put a name on it and his name on it. It wasn't no anonymous sources. He said that the Milwaukee Bucks and the Timberwolves was also offered Luka Doncic. The Bucks
Yeah,
declined it because they did not. They said, even though our situation with Giannis is not 100%, we value him and we want him to retire here. And they didn't say what the deal was for the Timberwolves, but I'm pretty sure it included Ant. Had to. So I think as we go on with that more and more, there's going to be more shit come out about that trade. Right now, it's not looking like the Lakers. It was just Lakers and Mavs secret meeting,
Yeah,
or not even Lakers and Mavs, just two people. But I wouldn't be surprised, dog. I would not be surprised.
got it.
Um, everything else, man. Oh, let's give a congrats to Charlotte, City of Charlotte, for actually. So it is not the CIAA. It is what the
Was HBCU weekend, big HBCU weekend?
Yeah, let me see. It is, good God. So it's going to be called the BCIC, which is the Black College Invitational Championship. So that will feature HBCU teams from the MEAC, SWAC, the CIAA, and the SIAC conferences. It will take place at the Bojangles Coliseum in Charlotte, March 20th through the 23rd, starting this year. This is a postseason basketball tournament that will crown champions in both the men's and women's division and marks a return of such events to Charlotte since the departure of the CIAA in 2020.
I'm with it. I'm down there.
Congrats.
I'm with it. Somebody lend me a couch, man.
Yeah. That's a big thing. I'm glad. Happy for the city of Charlotte.
Yeah.
It never should have. Well, we understand why it went away. But it's back and it looks to be back. And unfortunately, it's not in Black History Month, but it's a win overall.
It's a win.
All in all, so
it's a good win for HBCUs. It's a great win for the city of Charlotte. It's a great win for the culture.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you ain't never been down to Charlotte, man, Charlotte is a special place. So yeah, shout out to everybody, man. I'm not just saying that because it's kind of raised there, but
yeah,
nah, it really is a special place.
Absolutely. I just want. Hey, look, when y'all go, be on your. I'm not gonna say your best behavior, but I mean, act like, what I'm saying, like we really love this event. We're gonna support it. Because with the CIAA, as much as I loved it, there was a lot of bullshit that went down with it, and man, like a lot of shit that we didn't need with that. That's a great weekend. We're celebrating Black, so Anywho, without further ado, dog, the Super Bowl.
Belt to ass.
Literally.
Belt to ass. I mean, I was so disappointed in the display of football that the Chiefs put out, man. Like it was horrible. Right, but let's say this. I'm gonna say this. While they were horrible, they played against the best defense in the NFL. Ooh. Right? They have struggled all year offensively. Let's be clear. Out of the 17 wins that they had in the regular season, I think they were down at some point at like 12 of them. So
I think it might have been a little more than that, but you're right though.
Yeah, so somewhere around there, right? So looking back on it, let's not act like, we just expected the greatness and for Patrick Mahomes to come out and wave this magical wand and, shit just happened. Well, no, buddy, not quite. Not quite.
Yeah, not so fast, my friend.
Yeah. The Eagles are a well-oiled machine, and they showed that.
Yeah.
And lastly, shout out to Jalen Hurts, man. Right? You got to give it to him. You know what I'm saying? You got to give it to him. Now he's in that room. You know what I'm saying?
Resilience at its finest.
He's in that room, right? And at the end of the day, put some respect on his name.
At every level, he's faced plenty of bullshit.
Put some respect on his name, dog.
Overcome. Probably has had the most offensive coordinators any player, any college. Well, not college, but in any quarterback has had college to NFL. I think he had a different offensive coordinator every year in college.
Yep.
And every year he's been in the NFL, a different offensive coordinator.
Yeah. So my hat is off to him, man. Who would have thought that he would be the one out of this young crop of quarterbacks between Burrow and Josh Allen and Lamar
Lamar,
Jackson,
yep.
right? Tua and
Herbert. Oh,
yeah, right. Who would have thought that he would have got a ring before I
yeah.
was first out of that bunch?
Yeah.
Not me.
No.
I wouldn't have bet on that.
No. No, not at all. And it's just right situation, man. It's just the right situation. They utilize him as to his strengths in the best way they can. He can pass the ball, but guess what? Why pass the ball when we got Saquon? We know he can pass the ball, and then they played it like that the whole season. Kansas City came in there and said, "You know what?
Beat us with your arm."
Yeah, beat us with your arm. We gonna load the box on Saquon. You show us you can beat us with your arm. But guess what? That shit, like, who really wants to play AJ Brown one-on-one? Who wants to go one-on-one with Devontae Smith? Who wants to go one-on-one with Goddard? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you forcing him to throw, or you're gonna make him throw to these guys that can beat you one-on-one.
Right.
Because you're loading the box, so they're gonna get the one-on-one.
Right.
But to me, the defense is really who showed their ass. Patrick Mahomes got punch drunk in the first offensive possession.
Absolutely.
Punch drunk from there, and it was a wrap. They said no rushes. They sent four and pressured him 67% of the time with four
and play underneath. Basically play the cover two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Made Travis Kelce look like he had cinder blocks on his feet.
Man.
Hopkins looked like he was in middle school.
Yeah.
Hands of stone.
Yeah.
Shit. Xavier Worthy's the only one that had a good game. And a lot of that came when the game was already in hand, but
yeah.
Yeah. And Mahomes looked like shit. Mayfield in Cleveland. Well, probably worse than that, like Daniel Jones. Let's say Daniel Jones
did not have a good game.
Not at all. They hit him often. Hit him very often. Kept him in the pocket, so he couldn't work the magic that he usually work. Extend the plays.
Yeah.
Find an open man. Them niggas play bully ball, dog. Yeah. Smash mouth, hit you in your face, and get back up and line up again.
Party at the quarterback.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
Don't meet me there. Beat me there.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Hey, we ragdolling quarterbacks today. That's all it was. Man. Yeah. Who wanna, man? Shit. It almost looked like they had a bounty on Patrick Mahomes.
Facts.
Whoever get a hat on 15, I got 15 mil for you.
Let's not speak that into existence.
No, we gonna do it. but it looked like it though, because he looked very uncomfortable. Man, listen. I honestly haven't seen the defense play like this probably since that Legion of Boom against the Broncos in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
listen, that they made Peyton Manning look the same way.
Yep.
Yep. But yeah, congrats, hats off. I mean, they did it. They kept Taylor Swift off my TV. I mean, I can't complain about none of this shit, dog. I saw this clip today. Kelsey was talking about, how bad he felt because he couldn't do nothing. He couldn't, be the guy that he usually is for his team. And it kind of reminded me of the talk we had last week, just about, the older you get, you start feeling washed. And you know what I'm saying? Like that's, I think some of that shit he was saying, I was the same sentiments I had, sometimes when I get on the court, like your mind is like, do this, do that, cross over this way, go this way, blah, 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 blah. But your body's just like, it ain't
Man,
there.
regardless, yeah, but fuck all that. Regardless, they had a great game plan for dude. They had a great game plan for the Chiefs, man. They
Yeah.
shut it down.
Yeah. Yeah. Easy. Hopkins had a lot of shit to say and got in there and dropped some of the biggest passes of his career.
For show hands though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
One of the greats. He said he one of the greats.
It's hard to argue prior to this game.
That's
hard to argue.
Yeah. Yeah. But the greats also show up in the big ones too, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Prior to this game, it's hard to argue.
Mm-hmm.
Lights might have been a little too bright first time there. You know what I'm saying? This is his first year in the playoffs, correct? Maybe not. But I thought so.
It might. That Tennessee team didn't do nothing.
Shit, no, man.
Probably not.
I don't know. I don't want to throw.
Yeah, hey, listen. Yeah, we don't have a stat person with us, so don't hold it to us. But regardless of what it is, this is the biggest game he's played in, and we haven't really seen him in the playoffs, so it might be fair to say that this might have been his first time having a playoff run. So, I mean, yeah, hey. You get hey, when motherfuckers hitting like that and playing like that, you've seen plenty of people get alligator hands and lemon booty. Well, alligator arms and lemon booty.
Facts.
Like, so I mean, the biggest time. Shit, did Juju even get on the field?
Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna be he did, but
at first he was the only motherfucker getting cracking for real.
Oh man. And totally took, Kansas City don't run the ball like that anyway, but they totally forced them to throw the ball literally almost every time they had it. Like they null and voided that run game. Just how they jumped on them quick. When I had text you, it was 17-0. From what I had seen from Kansas City at that point, I was like, yeah, I think that's one over. Let me see what Dre think. I was like, if it ain't over, the key is in the ignition.
Yeah.
but we are so aware of what Pat Mahomes can do. It's kind of like how big does the lead have to be for it to be safe? Because even the commentators was like, I don't know, one drive by the Chiefs and it's a game again. I'm like, well, shit, it's 24-0. Like, like I don't know if one drive is going to do it or not. And of course it didn't. But
yeah. Quick question for you. Going into the draft, I don't know. They're going to have, if they do have a first round, it'll be one of the last two picks, right? We said run game was an issue. If you Andy Reid, Amari Hampton's there on the back end of the first. What you doing?
I'm taking him. If I can get him, if I can get Scatterbo, I'm taking him.
Okay. Moving on.
I think they fit the system. Marion Hampton could catch out the backfield and run the ball. That's been a staple with the Chiefs. With Andy Reid's offense or team in general when he was with Philly and Kansas City. So yeah, I'm taking him. All right. I think that's it for sports, man. As we was recording last week, the news was in and out about Irv Gotti, but I do want to officially, formally give those rest in peace and condolences to anyone, all family members, everybody affected by this. As we said last week, big staple in hip hop music and a lot of the music that we were actually I don't want to say growing up too, but because I know I was I think I was high school, probably no, I was graduated already when
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah.
When
So
when
yeah, I
Murder
mean,
when Murder E was popping, it was
yeah,
about '02, '01,
yeah,
'02, and I was a senior in high school.
yeah. Well, I'm thinking back to that Get At Me Dog, the DMX. I think that was 98, right? 798. So yeah, I was still out of high school by then, but yeah, but
Oh, so okay, all right.
yeah.
Uh,
He had Jay-Z Can I Live too, so go back before that too. So actually I was in high school when that came out. Can I Live?
I'm,
But
I'm thinking about Murder Inc. That's
yeah,
what I'm thinking about.
yeah. But I mean his run is like well documented throughout the 90s in general.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I mean for far as in, what we know, a lot of the hip hop sound and different eras he played a big part in.
Yeah.
And I mean it's sad that he's gone now. So to all him, family, all parties involved, everybody, man, is just, it's a sad time in the community, for a lot of people. A lot of people feel differently, but I'm to the point now to where I separate these artists from their music or from a lot of the shit they do. So, I feel like you can still enjoy it with certain people. But anyway, moving on. Moving on. We talked about that young lady last week, Danka Demoss, whatever her name is.
Uh,
The one with Lyft, right? So she went on the Breakfast Club and they had to bring out a sectional for her after the first chair. They had got a bigger, they had a chair in there that they thought would accommodate her and ended up having to bring us a sectional, right?
okay.
So her words were, that's what I'm talking about. That's accommodation. That's how you accommodate people. That's how it should be in the world. I don't know if that was in reference to Lyft or whatever else, but basically accommodation. I know I've had this talk to my children at a younger age, older age, but I don't. That ideology is crazy to me, and that's probably why I'm not saying she did what she did for Lyft, and she might have been check hunting, she might have not been, but the world does not accommodate to everybody.
The world is not accommodating to everyone. You are right. However, um, it is we're in a society or a time where it's damn sure expected.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, she's a rather large woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I said what I said about it on last week's pod. So at the end of the day, Lyft is going to it's going to be a bad time for Lyft, man.
It
It's going to
is.
be a hard time for Lyft to win that battle when it comes down to them being sued and what time we're in, dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's when it comes to that whole, you gotta, you know, cross your T's, dot your I's. You gotta know,
Yeah,
every situation you have to be cognizant and aware for. Oh, this can happen, that can happen. So we need to be, have these measures in place because, but no one ever thinks that, this person's going to be uh as, heavy or whatever as she is and suing, because even the pictures they show of her sitting in a fucking Escalade and you like, why was you trying to get into a sedan? But anyway,
shout out to the plus size women, man. They need
well,
love
yeah,
too, man.
shout out to the plus size women. Shout out to the tall women. Tyreek Hill has a fetish in his tall women. I saw that shit earlier. So I was like, okay, I feel him. Like, okay, all right, who don't like
I,
long legs? I mean,
I
shit.
said that to everybody like to climb trees as a kid. Why not do it as an adult? Shit.
Right, right. The well, I guess we can get this celeb shit out the way. Kanye West was on one last week, all through this week. I'm not gonna go through the tweets. For those of y'all that are curious about what happened or why we're talking about him, you can go to his Twitter and look at it. Kanye West had a lot to say about everybody, Jews, blacks, gays, big women, rappers, whoever. He called himself Adolf Hitler, um, everything. So I don't know, man. It's hard to put your finger on this one. There's a lot of people that was like, fuck Kanye, we done with him. We've heard that throughout the last 3, 4, 5 years.
Right.
It's almost curious, for you to wonder, like, okay, is this a rollout for something? Is it music coming? What he got going on? He released he also went on a free Diddy spree. He's selling some Sean John merch in support of Diddy. He had a sweater. He designed a sweater that was like the sweater that Cassie had when Diddy was kicking her, and that was for sale. So he look, this last week for him, he's been on one.
Wow.
You know, I don't know, man.
I also heard that that young man was out like last week selling shirts with swastikas on it.
Yeah, he designed a shirt with swastika on it. Yeah, he said that's his greatest product that he feel like he's his most proudest so far.
Somebody get that man some help, bro. What is he on?
Right. Man, like it's to the point that you hate to see it because of what the music, the catalog, that he's given us. It's just like some of this shit is hard to defend, and I mean you can't even defend it.
I ain't defending shit.
No, not none of that shit anyway. Fuck no. I don't have a. I thought I was thinking about this. Niggas had me on after the Super Bowl and the halftime show. We was talking about this shit, and I'm like, look, there is not a celeb, athlete, entertainer, whoever, whatever you want to call it, that in my eyes cannot do any wrong.
Right.
It don't happen to me. I mean, I understand a lot of y'all have Beyonce in that category, Nicki Minaj, Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, whoever. Like, I don't have them. I don't have them. J. Cole has a terrible album to me that I to this day I won't touch. And another one that is kind of but that Jordan, I have shit on him. My Tar Heels. Oh my God, I'm not even gonna talk about this season. So listen, they're to me, no one's above reproach. Like I just don't have them. I don't have them. And I definitely understand that. Don't meet your idols or whoever, like, because they'll let you down.
Yeah.
And shit, Kanye has shaped a lot of our taste in music as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Critical time. So I mean, hopefully he gets help. I don't know if he actually needs help or this is for a rollout. Like I said, anything, but I don't know. The shit is nasty.
I agree.
Adolf Hitler selling shirts with swastikas on it. Talking about Jewish, talking about black people. I mean, hey, have fun with it. Dog, what's up with Elon Musk, man? I saw a video today of Elon Musk holding a press conference in the Oval Office.
What's your question, man?
What the fuck is that? Like, who have you seen hold a press conference in the Oval Office outside? I don't even know if I've ever seen the vice president hold a press conference in the Oval Office.
Listen, man. Like we already know we're in different times. These people are going to do what they want to do. The president has given them room to do so. So whatever's going on, whatever's happening, you should not be surprised. Where we are today, anything's possible, dog. I don't. Right, anything that comes up or anybody say something about this, that, or third, or whatever, man, I'm not surprised at it, dog. I promise you, I'm not.
Mm. Doing away with the Department of Education.
Right.
So on, you would think that, okay, so that means you're losing funding for education and certain things. The more I read up on this, it's going to hurt the Hispanic and the African American communities the most. And outside of the educational part of it, you're talking about funding for school lunch, for books, for this, for that. So it's hurting, more than education
Yeah.
because they feel like it's a waste.
Yeah. Listen, dog. I'm not at all surprised at any of this shit, man. I can't say it enough.
Uh huh.
I'm not, man. I'm not. It's unfortunate. It's sad. I'm praying for our youth. I'm praying for us. I'm praying for America, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just
Yeah.
what it is. I am, man. I am.
Hey, guard your grill.
Guard your grill, people.
Um, I saw something also. We talked about this probably about, I want to say it's probably last year at the end of the year. I was talking about the contraception bill, and I saw there are 4 more states that are adopting the contraception begins at erection bill. Far as in, which it sounded stupid when we talked about it, even when we read it.
Right.
Um, and 4 more states. So it's growing legs. As stupid as it sounds, and it still doesn't make sense. But guys, if you do not like to use condoms, I advise you to get a fucking vasectomy. Especially if you don't want any more kids.
Right.
Because this shit is getting spooky.
Yeah.
I urge you to. If you can't, if you don't, hey, it's on you. It's on you. I saw this thing by Rolling Stone.
Okay.
It says the top 10 greatest rap albums of the 21st century.
Here we go.
I'll
Lay
go
it.
10 to 1.
All right. Lay it on me, man. Pause.
10, the Marshall Mathers LP. Number 9, To Pimp a Butterfly. Number 8, Mad Villainy, MF Doom and Mad Lib. 7, stop me when you want to. 7, The Carter 3, Lil Wayne. 6, Take Care by Drake. 5, Under Construction, Missy Elliott. 4, The Blueprint, Jay-Z. 3, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Kanye. 2, Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick Lamar. Number 1, Stankonia, Outkast. Rolling Stone, Rolling Stone, Rolling Stone. Top 10 greatest albums of the 21st century. Um, 1, 2, 3. 3 of these might make my personal top 10, maybe.
Okay.
Good Kid, Mad City, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Blueprint. Missy Elliott don't have anything that would be in any top 10 of mine at all. MF Doom is cool, but MF Doom is not going to be in my top 10 of anything. To Pimp a Butterfly, I personally I didn't like that album. That wasn't Good Kid, Mad City. Damn, To Pimp a Butterfly, I get it, and we'll get into Kendrick in a little bit. I get it. I get the message of this album, the time that it came out, but I mean that just wasn't. It wasn't for me at that time. I didn't. That wasn't. You know. I've never been a big M fan, so I mean,
Okay,
how do you feel about Stankonia being number one?
I don't agree.
Yeah, I don't. Off the top of my head, I don't have a number one of the 21st century. My personal number one. Mm, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm just gonna say that. I mean, Rolling Stone. I mean,
How many of these would be in your top 10 of the 21st century, if any?
Kanye's probably.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't even. But you know what, man?
Good Kid, Mad City, or no?
Yes,
Okay.
Blueprint.
Blueprint.
Blueprint probably.
Yeah.
My thing is with Kanye. I mean, I know late registration and
College Dropout.
dropout and
Right.
like they're better than that to me.
I think this was the what would you call My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy? Would that be the breakout big commercial Kanye album for you?
For them,
Okay.
for them.
Okay. That was him getting away. No, you know what? The graduation.
Graduation would put him on.
Yeah. Yeah, that would yeah, that's
That's what
the
I'm.
big
That's
yeah.
what I'm getting
Yeah.
at. That's what I'm
That's
getting at.
right. Yeah. Mm. Uh, listen, that I hate y'all, I'm not shitting on Missy, but that under construction, that threw me. That threw me. Sorry. Not sorry. Yeah.
Let's get away from that thing. Before I get.
Let's talk about this halftime show.
Let's do it.
You want me to go or you want to go?
You can start off.
All right. So
Excuse me.
for me, it was a good halftime show.
Okay.
I liked it. Understood everything that was going on in it.
Okay.
But it's not the halftime show I would have wanted to see or I wanted to see. Me being a Kendrick Lamar fan, I understand the time, I understand the temperature. Um, I think a lot of the people that have a lot of people don't know the catalog. Like a lot of you and I, a lot of he could have did other songs and made the same message. Other songs that ring off that we culturally love him for. All right, Mad City. There's plenty. But personally, for me, not the songs I wanted to hear. Yeah, I didn't like the choice of songs.
Okay. For me, I'm going to go against what you're saying. I think it was genius. I think that the songs that he picked were perfect. One, they had a message, and two, they've been on the billboards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so with that being said, while yes, he wanted to send a message, and he was unapologetic in his message, no pun intended, and he, you know, he made sure that he succeeded in doing that. However, he still put music out there that was well known by the masses. He did,
Yeah.
and I think if you capture the message on top of keeping it with songs that people are gonna know, you put that in both of the pot, you got a damn good meal. That's what I think. I think it was genius. I think it was well thought out. I think the playlist was A1. But as a fan or entertainment purposes, would I have liked to see different songs? Sure. Or hear different songs? Sure. But given the circumstances and given the message that he was going with, I think it was executed flawlessly.
Well, and I can agree with to an extent, but even just for me looking at the playlist, I feel like there are songs that could have put out the same message, like "Man in the Garden," "Peekaboo," "Luther." I understand all of the stars. You have to play that. I went to the only Kendrick Lamar concert I've ever went to was the Mr. Morale one. And
I've seen him in concert.
And he put on a damn good show. And that would make me want to go back and see Kendrick Lamar live in person. Now, GNX is cool to me. But yeah, I don't know. I was lost with the Euphoria. Well, Euphoria is good. Man in the Garden, Peekaboo, Luther. I think SZA deserved her own song or two. But there's only so much time. But to move on, even on from this, the bigger message, or well, not even the bigger message. It went down to if you don't like it, or if you didn't this, you didn't get the message, you didn't understand, you're not woke, you're not blah blah blah, you're not blah blah blah, you must be a Drake fan, and everything, all of the above.
Well, I don't think that. I just think that at the end of the day, people have preferences, and when you see artists that come on, and if you're familiar with the artist, the expectation that you have for the artist is going to be different from somebody else, man.
Absolutely.
Really simple, right? My take on it, given again the circumstances, given who I view Kendrick Lamar to be, and on top of making sure that he did what he needed to do to still appeal to the masses, I think he captured both.
And two things can be true. You can have that, and you can have the other side. Art is subjective, anyway. For all the think pieces that came out, this person had a different opinion on what this symbolized and what that symbolized versus this person and this person, this person, this person, this person. So, you can still have enjoyed the show and understood the message as I did, but rather a different playlist.
Okay.
Because I don't think any of this was over your head.
No, it was in your face.
It was in your face. Like there
were no subliminals.
You understood it. Like so.
There were no subliminals.
Yeah, exactly. For anyone to come out and like, no one what overstood. I'm sorry. There you go. For those that didn't like it, you didn't overstood what the message was and da 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 da. No, this shit like as you said, it was in your face.
Yeah.
Nothing subliminal about it. It was in your face. And we get it. Honestly, I liked, the majority of what went on. Like I said, it's just, for me, there's a couple, and I think you can say that with everybody. There's a couple personal favorites that you may have liked to hear, i.e., there was probably some that from Usher last year that people was like, oh, damn, Usher missed this one. He didn't play this one. Rihanna the year before.
Also too, I don't know if when you bring up Usher, Kendrick Lamar is not quite a legacy act like Usher.
No.
So that's a bad comparison.
It is, and
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I was going to ask you, do you want to go there?
Giving catalogs, that's a bad comparison.
It is,
right. He has to. A guy like Kendrick, as talented as he is, as dope as he is, be clear, on a stage like that, he has to stay present. He has to.
I was going to ask you, did you want to go there? I didn't want. Listen, I didn't want your ass.
Let's do it.
I didn't want to get the. Listen, we both like Kendrick Lamar, but right now he's in the space to where you can't say nothing bad about him because if you do, you're a big Drake fan and you are now that you're a hater. But um, the catalog. Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
Stay present. I still feel like you can go back to Good Kid, Mad City. You can get, of course, we're not going to hear Poetic Justice.
Okay.
But like I said, I feel like he could have pulled some from there, the three. But I agree with you. The catalog ain't there.
No, I'm not saying that the catalog isn't there. What I'm saying is the type of artist that he is, given his longevity in the game, and what you said about Usher is two completely different things. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, so that goes.
You can't compare a career of Kendrick Lamar to a career of Usher strictly off longevity first.
So I guess we gotta say that about the last six too. Then I guess something like that. Usher, Rihanna, who? Beyonce, Weeknd.
Did Beyonce not stay relevant? I mean, stay Mars. What did she not stay current when she did her performance?
I don't think so. No.
What did she sing?
I'd have to look at the playlist.
I'm pretty sure. I thought she did. Did she take it back?
There are some. There are some that she's going to perform that.
And then at the end of the
day, it depends on what what I guess you said relevant or fairly new.
No, not relevant because relevancy is subjective.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I'm just saying a guy like Usher. I'm gonna say a guy like Usher, right? Like at the end of the day, he can go back and hit bangers, right? Yeah. He can go back
from 90 something.
Yes, he can. So you can't compare that to what Kendrick Lamar is. What I'm saying.
Yeah,
can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And while Kendrick Lamar is good, we talking about Beyonce, we talking about Rihanna. Okay, it's still rap.
Absolutely,
it's still rap.
Absolutely, yeah.
How many rap artists can go back and do that? Snoop, Eminem,
Jay-Z,
right? Like Fat Joe,
Wayne,
Lil Wayne. That's all I'm saying.
Congrats to him.
Yeah, it's not that he doesn't have great music. He does.
Yeah. Well, he does. But I mean, but that's the argument because it's like he had shitload that he could have pulled from.
Mm-hmm. But it just would not have stuck like what stuck Sunday is what I'm saying. I don't think so. Given what he was trying to do, I don't think so. When you say all right, singing all right would have been okay.
Yeah. Same.
But outside of that, what?
So we but Man in the Garden. You could have got Man in the Garden out of here. Could have got Peekaboo out of here. Now, if these songs are
songs that are popping right now.
Man in the Garden is not popping, Dre.
No. I'm saying Peekaboo.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Peekaboo.
Luther isn't either.
Yeah, Luther is you crazy. You're crazy, sir.
Where at?
You're crazy.
Not in the South.
With SZA on it alone, that was very, very smart because SZA has a cult following.
It is, but
from a hip hop artistry, no, it's not popping. But from a song aspect, bro, it's cracking. It is.
Yeah, I don't hear it nowhere. But I mean, we're in two different regions right now. I don't hear it. And that's another thing too, because even like if you listen to the Joe Budden podcast, a lot of the shit they talk about, I'm like, that ain't what niggas want to hear down here. You don't hear that nowhere in any club, any place. If I go to Atlanta, you don't hear it there. If I ride to anywhere in North Carolina or I'm in Columbia or wherever, like you don't like it's, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I mean, congrats, hats off. I'm glad he had the opportunity. Um, and the imagery was great.
By the way, I hate to stop you, but Luther was #1 on the billboards back in December. So that's just food for thought. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. Like the songs that he
I
picked
hate numbers.
would be. I get it, but being relevant,
Mhm.
the songs that he picked, man, it was genius. It was perfect.
Right. So, but
You got to take out what you think. Which again, as a fan, I hear you, but also too, you're just one fan. I'm just
yes.
one. He has to in this tight window. He has to fit in what's going to be lucrative for him moving forward, while still delivering the message that he delivered. He wants to deliver, and I think he did it flawlessly on both ends.
So the reason why I hate numbers is because every day I get messages from Hip Hop Daily about how this is #1 right now. This just broke a record. Oh, Drake is still the most streamed artist of 2025 right now, and I don't know what to believe with all this shit. So I
You don't
throw this
believe
shit
that?
up. What, Drake is the most streamed? Yeah, he might be.
I
Good
believe it.
possibility. Good possibility.
I
But
believe it.
then right behind that, I get. I'm looking at it right now. Then behind that, I'll get something that says Kendrick Lamar has been streamed over blah 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 times. Yeah, first rapper in history to surpass 90 million monthly listeners on Spotify. So I'm like, well, hold on now. Is it like,
I believe that.
yeah, like I don't know.
On no keyword on Spotify,
Yeah,
because
they
not like
giving us
us.
these
Yeah,
ESPN numbers. LeBron James is the first to score
yeah.
13 straight points in a, oh, he's
If he eclipsed 90 million, I believe that on Spotify. But I also
uh-huh.
still believe that Heartbreak Drake probably was the most streamed guy or person in last year,
I believe
because
that too.
it's
Well, they
still
said this
Drake.
year too. Yeah, I
It's
believe it.
still Drake.
Yeah. But to move on to that, everybody acting like this was the funeral. The coffin is sealed.
Yeah, when it comes down to the battle wise, or when it comes down to
They
what
said this boy is over.
what it looks like, in from a black fan standpoint, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But while that shit was going on, that motherfucker had Australia rocking. That motherfucker put the mic down and he said, "I'm gonna put the mic down and let y'all rap."
And them niggas shitting on that, talking about he's overseas doing karaoke while Kendrick's at the Super Bowl
So what,
shitting
man?
on. I'm like,
Guess
no,
what?
this nigga's overseas
It
doing
don't
more than
matter.
karaoke.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Right.
It's still Heartbreak Drake. He don't even go
Absolutely.
by that no more. Still the certified level boy.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, we might think that he a clown. We might think that he on some crab shit. We might know that he got his ass bust battle wise. But guess what? Everybody doesn't view rap and the culture like we do.
Yeah. But even with that, I'm just like, I hate that it's came down to that. Like I feel like regardless of what you can, if you want to be a fan of both, you can be a fan of both. You can enjoy one and enjoy the other without having to feel like you have to pick a side.
I agree.
They both make good music.
I agree.
I'm not a everyday all the time. I have Drake songs that I go to that I like. I have Kendrick songs that I go to I like. I have J. Cole songs that I go to. Hell, my as you know, one of my favorite rappers right now is Ransom.
Right.
So I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, bro, this man's still selling records worldwide.
absolutely.
Like okay, you think he give? I mean, does he think about it? I'm sure he does. But at the
Yes.
end of the day, this man still deal because he wants to be accepted by both sides.
Mm-hmm.
He shouldn't be a side, but we don't have to go there. He
Mm-hmm.
wants to be accepted by the black culture. He wants to be accepted globally. He
Right.
does. He does. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. Globally, there's still people are still out here fucking with Drake. They're
Yeah.
not going to stop.
Absolutely.
Watch what happens on Friday.
So that's why I disagree about it's over for him. This was the final nail in the coffin. You can call it a night for him and the career and all this other shit. Everybody, the whatever the naysayers are saying. Not saying I'm resurrecting his career or whatever else. Niggas said he's a corpse now.
And let's get off that, bro. People are clueless to what's going on in the world. They're just in their little cocoon, and they think in their cocoon and Twitter and Instagram is the final say so on everything. Man, this man global, bro. This one's the biggest artist ever.
Ever.
Case closed.
Ever. And it ain't many. Hell, he might be the only one in rap that has achieved what he's achieved or done what he's done. Um,
Sure, he got that title in a few categories.
and you can
I don't know.
easily say that a lot of what's going on now is I think I text you that is a stimulus package.
Oh,
A lot of niggas is relevant because of that, man. But and that ain't no fandom speaking. Um uh I saw this article about dating or being in a relationship but living separately. And if I can find it real quick, I will give you the premise of it. But I mean, how do you feel about it without me finding the verbiage on it?
being married and being separated.
Or no. Well, married or dating, but living in separate houses. Excuse me.
I mean, I think it's a time and place for everything, though. Like,
All right.
are you saying from a permanent standpoint? I'm confused with what you're asking.
Let me read this to you real quick. I found it. It says, so more couples, excuse me, are living in separate homes to preserve relationship. An increasing number of couples are embracing living apart together, LAT, a lifestyle where they maintain separate residence while remaining committed partnership. This arrangement allows couples to spend quality time together during the day while sleeping in different homes, offering flexibility and independence. Research indicates that around 10% of adults in Western nations practice LAT, citing reasons such as differing work schedules, personal preferences, or a desire to preserve their own space. The trend is particularly popular among affluent individuals over 60 who value maintaining established homes and social circles. While unconventional, this lifestyle is gaining acceptance as a viable alternative to traditional cohabitation, especially for professionals and retirees seeking balance and autonomy.
I'm just gonna say go with what works for you.
Mm-hmm.
I can see how living in separate homes would benefit a couple just because of the type of person I am, right?
Right.
Sometimes I don't want to be fucked with, right? Like so I get it, and if you're in the house with someone, they might not accept that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Or they
Mm-hmm.
want to be out on your own or do your own thing or you need some me time. I'm not saying all like that, but some don't. Right. So I mean, if it works for you, then it works for you, man. I'm
Yeah.
not I'm not shocked at with how they're saying, westernized countries or whatnot that it's working. I'm not shocked at all.
Yeah. Me neither. I think the premise of it sounds good. I do think while there are many like us, I think remotely close, we may you and I may be different in that aspect to a lot of people because far as in valuing needing that personal time, that personal space. a lot of people don't operate like that.
Right.
You know, I'm comfortable with hell being locked up in here a day or two by myself and not even seeing nobody, and maybe a text message here or there or whatever else. Don't mean I'm doing nothing. Don't mean I'm being sneaky. Don't mean I'm none of that shit. I'm just enjoying my time, space, freedom, and
Right.
yeah. I don't. I mean, it I think committed relationship, marriage, that would be definitely a sacrifice for me to where it's like, okay, we're not going to live in separate homes.
I agree with it.
Right. Anything else, I mean, I'm comfortable with it. I don't see an issue.
I agree with it.
Um, you know, it's just all about the companionship, man. I mean, even though I may feel a different way, you could absolutely meet that person. It's like, you know what? I really feel like I want to be around them all the time.
Right.
So, yeah, yeah. Here's another quote for you. A man never forgets disrespect. It's either buried deep into his heart or used as revenge, but it's never forgotten.
Agreed.
Ooh, we. So there are some things that women have done or said to me that has never, like I've like it's never, it will never be forgotten.
Hold on. Is that strictly about women though?
No, 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 no. It's not. It's
Because
not.
listen, man.
No, 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 no,
Listen,
no.
I catch a
I was
lot of
about to go
strays.
on. Yeah, yeah. No, look, I don't want to. I don't want to get them on us. I don't
Hey,
want to get them.
I
Yeah,
catch a lot of strays, dog.
I don't want to get them on us. I don't want to get them on us.
Agree.
But
Don't
no,
take it there,
no,
man.
no, 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 no. For I'm thinking about because I think there is a closest that you and I have a certain closeness, but of course another woman, well, a woman would have a different closeness to me. I've had homeboys that have done shit that it's kind of like I'm never gonna forget this. I'm not fucking with this nigga before, but I feel like with the woman it hurts me a little more. Cut a little deeper.
Certain things, yes.
Yeah.
But then for me, disrespect is disrespect across the board. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck if it's a woman, dog, cat, chicken, duck. I don't give a damn. Disrespect,
Hmm.
disrespect across the board. Because I know the type of person I am, and I'm not saying that people have to be like me. But if I disrespect you, and it's purposely,
Yeah.
I meant it.
Yeah. I meant it. I intentionally meant it.
Yeah, I meant it.
No ifs ands or buts about it.
I need that.
Hmm. Yeah. I 100%. I can't disagree with that. When you're in, let's say, a relationship, is there an expectation that you're going to be hurt?
No, I don't think it's an expectation to be hurt. I think there should be an expectation for things to get rocky. I don't think like you should expect to be hurt though. Nah, because if I think you're gonna hurt me, I'm not gonna be in no fucking relationship with you.
True, true. But so let's take it to the point of, okay, I know no one's perfect. Like this person is going to do something sooner or later that is whether it's like to the point to where you know what, I can't fuck with you no more, or you know what, you hurt me, but let's talk about it and get past this shit.
Right.
Because like I said, like no one's perfect. So no, I'm not going to expect. Well, I don't know. These days, I don't know what to think, what to expect. Like it, the longer you're with somebody, there is a possibility, or maybe even a guarantee that something's going to hurt you. Whether they meant to, it was on purpose or not. Like, okay, this person's going to hurt you.
Right. Again, expectation. Yeah. I mean, people hurt. You get hurt by people. I just think at the end of the day, like that word expectation is a bit much,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can't expect somebody to be perfect. You
Right.
can't expect for someone to know every your everything, your ins and outs of what makes you tick. I know that's what society tells us or whatever, but no, you're gonna be hurt, quote unquote,
Yeah.
by things that your partner or whomever doesn't even know or understand. I fall victim um I fall victim of that too, where like some of my behaviors or some of the things that I've said or some of the things that I do, right,
Uh-huh.
might be viewed as disrespectful. And to me, I'm looking at it like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
Right? To the point where it probably crushes me more that you view whatever it is that I did as disrespect.
Yeah. Like how could you believe that I would
How the
want to
fuck? Yeah.
disrespect you? Yeah. All right. So if well, let's look at it at the expectation side. So if you said, okay, in the back of your mind, like I know this person, like sooner or later it's gonna happen. Does it soften the blow once it happens?
That's what softened the blow.
So let's just say they did hurt you, but you already said, in your mind, like, hey, no one's perfect. I know this person's gonna hurt me. Once it happens, does it soften the blow of whatever hurt that they did? Or do you think you thinking that all along is just kind of like, okay, I'm on guard, and this shit is never going to work because I'm expecting them to hurt me sooner or later.
Well, again, like I said before, I don't expect that, so I can't relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will say is, you know, um, I guess it just all depends on the type of relationship that you have with said person, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like if you can make it happen, if you are in a relationship and you're able to talk it, bottom line, it's all about communication, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about communication and going into it, and then we don't have to go into it too deep, but I guess it also matters on what the situation was to why you're hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it goes against your morals, if it goes against your standards, if it goes against your, you know, the things that you're saying that you want been a break on, and that's something different.
Uh-huh.
But we'll go down the rabbit hole talking about that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it all goes along to the you shouldn't put nobody on a pedestal.
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely a conversation for another day. We can definitely go down a rabbit hole on that. Let's jump into these unapologetic truths.
All
Now,
right.
these are old. I just pulled these out the archives from a while ago because I couldn't find no newer ones. But if you get married again, what one thing that you do or make sure is done before you get married?
If you're not, say it one more time.
If you get married again, what's one thing that you do or make sure you do before getting married?
Before, if I was to get married again, what's one thing that I would do before?
Yeah, or make sure it's done or make sure it's taken care of. Um, well,
I think, go ahead, bro.
I've only done it once so far, and I was young, so of course now I'm older, seasoned, got more experience. But I would definitely take I feel the necessary time that I need to take to make sure I'm making the right decision. At that time, thinking back on it now, I think it was more or less, okay, this is what's supposed to happen. You have a child on the way. Um, one of those things. This is what's supposed to happen. So I would definitely make this decision to make sure it's right. And this is the right person. This is who there's no other factors that's saying like oh, this has to happen.
Man, I just would talk and lay out expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and when I was married, I never did that. I went with it as went into it thinking that things would just work out,
Mm.
right? But that's
Mm-hmm.
not the way life works.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
not the way it
yeah,
works.
everything's gonna work itself out sooner or
Yeah,
later.
no,
Yeah,
no, no. You gotta be very, very punctual when it comes down to
right,
who you're deciding to spend the rest of your life with.
right. But you're also more intelligent now as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, we both are. So yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. Also, I won't feel like I'm pressured either. So I think that was probably something I probably felt like I was pressured.
I definitely felt that way.
You know. Um. Da, 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 da. How can someone considered ugly turn the tables and make people genuinely attracted to them?
Um,
Easy for me.
Confidence,
Mm-hmm.
um, style,
Mm-hmm.
intelligence, charisma. I mean, you name it. Like
These days, money.
for sure, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure.
Mm, that's easy. Yeah. Shit, money would do well. Shit, all that, everything else before you could throw that out the window and just put the money. But yeah, definitely those things. But the way people act today. Uh, how would you feel about your current woman taking the chance to sub or diss an ex or a baby daddy every chance they get?
Yeah, that's lame. You're a loser. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, yeah. Don't even like don't talk like if you have certain things to say here and there. But if I constantly hearing you talk bad about your baby dad, especially your baby dad, whoever, like you always got some negative shit to say. Um, I feel that same way that you just said, and I'm also like, okay, well, what is it? What's up with you two? You know?
Yeah,
Um, yeah, yeah,
I agree. I agree. Just man, keep it cute, baby.
right. Why are you thinking about your ex anyway? That you feel like you gotta do that shit all the time.
Keep it cute.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can't do that. We can't do that. Obviously, you still. I might feel that you still feel some kind of way. I got some feelings about that shit.
But it's okay to have feelings about it
Yeah,
or
but
be
yeah,
fucked up behind certain shit. Like that's okay. But
yeah,
if it consumes you to a point where it is alarming, then I'm like, all right, bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, it might be bad, but for me, it don't take a lot to alarm me. After that second or third, like, yeah, that nigga used to da 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 da. Da, I'm like, okay, what we got going on here?
Right.
Like, I first thing I'm gonna be like, you know what? She ain't healed yet from whatever the fuck happened. But man, look, I saw that shit about and we can close it out to this. I saw that shit about Debo, 49ers granting him his request to find a trade, and they'll go from there. That shit pissed me off
Why?
because I got two Debo Samuels jerseys in here, and I got the 19 right. When I got the 19, the nigga changed his number to 1,
Right.
right? I got the number 1. Now these motherfuckers. So from here on out, dog, I'm just gonna get my favorite number and my last name on this shit. Cause guess who ain't leaving the team?
Yeah.
guess, guess who ain't leaving the team? I'm not giving. Listen, these niggas is not getting no more money from me or anybody that fuck with me. That's like, hey, I'm gonna get you a jersey. Like they're not getting no more. Like, cause these listen, fuck it, man. You know
You know what's the safe? You know what's safe?
what's
What I
that?
realized was safe, and I didn't even think about it until later on. But for me, the safest bet for me, I just buy throwbacks, man.
Yeah,
I just throw. I'm still supporting the team. Like
yeah.
at the end of the day, right? Like my Panthers gear, right? But
Hmm.
I got a couple of Cam Newton jerseys, but I also got a little key.
But that's the thing. Like I have a Jerry Rice. I got a Kaepernick. Um, hmm.
That's it. That's showing support to the
Yeah,
team, bro.
I could fuck him up and get like a Roger Craig or some shit like that.
Yeah, like you showing support.
Ronnie Lott.
That's
Yeah.
it. Like you know what I'm saying?
A
Like
Dion 49ers jersey.
of course that should already be in the arsenal for sure. Right? But yeah, so
Yeah.
that's how I do it. That's how I stop all of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I stop all of that. I don't remember the last time I went out and got a jersey of a
Mm-hmm.
person in it pro wise.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't remember. Of course, North Carolina, I got Bryce Johnson up. I got
Yeah.
Joe Barry up. I got you know what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
got some shit up. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Um, Drake May in there. But we know they're gonna leave.
Mm-hmm.
So, but when it comes down to that, to pro sports, man, I get the people. Well, basketball is a little different. I think I got more Penny Iverson jerseys than anything.
Right.
Um, that's how you mitigate that, bro.
I'm gonna ask you this question before we get ready to sign out. As a Panthers fan,
Yeah,
how confident or encouraged do you feel about your team knowing that the two teams that was in the Super Bowl, y'all let them off the hook?
we let him off the hook.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to. I knew you were gonna say that. Uh, I didn't think about it till just now.
Uh-huh.
But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all right with that. We don't have the organization that we have is nowhere near what those two organizations are,
Right.
right? Because it takes everybody in the building to make that thing work,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we're not there. Um, but I did not think about that till you just said it just now.
Mm-hmm.
I won't put any stock into it. I would just say that we coming, bro.
How many pieces?
You want me to put a number on it?
Just give me two strong pieces that y'all need that you can be like, okay.
A legitimate number one receiver and a legitimate pass rusher.
Mm.
That would change the whole trajectory of what the Panthers are doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had the pass rusher.
Oh,
Had to
I
let
was
him
just about
go.
to ask you about Burns.
Had to let him go. It is what it is. I would have did it, but shit.
Yeah.
It is what it is. As far as receivers go, we keep on striking, we keep on shooting at that pot. That motherfucker just keep on tipping over. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
maybe Leggett is the guy,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. But I think we need a more seasoned guy in off season, in free agency. We need a more seasoned guy that can come in and put a stamp on this thing.
Yeah. Hell, for all you know, Debo might want to come be close to home.
I would like it, but that's Sam Baltimore.
Yeah. Yeah. Ow. Ow. All right. Let's close this.
Well, shout out to you, Big Dog, for keeping this thing afloat, man. For making the time to do what it is that you do for the podcast, bro. Shout out to the home team. Shout out to everybody out there, all our listeners. We appreciate you. We love you to death. And as always, mental health is real. Myself and Reg may not be subject matter experts when it comes down to it, but I can assure you before you harm yourself, you harm others, please tap into Unapologetic Pod on IG and or Facebook, or our individual IGs and or Facebook, and I can assure you we will get you the help that you need. Other than that, Big Dog, you already know what's going on with me. Different toilet, same shit.
And always, as always, I appreciate you too. Everybody like, share, subscribe. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the support and everything that y'all continue to do and continue to keep rocking us. Shout out to all the lovers. Your day is coming up.
Lovers.
Hope y'all enjoy that day. And it is Valentine's Day, not Valentine weekend, ladies. Just want to put that out there.
Put at your throat. Off with his head.
Valentine's Day, not weekend. But appreciate my family and friends, love, support, everything. Yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery, but today is the gift. That's why it's called a present, y'all. Love one another and continue to do what you do. Times are hard, but hey, we still gotta live life out of all this bullshit that's going on. But as always, Unapologetic, we're unfiltered. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know who it is. We are signing out. We will see y'all next week. Thank y'all for tuning in and listen to another episode of Unapologetic Podcast. We will see y'all next week. We out of here.
Take it easy.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.